Alright, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing weekly forecast again. Okay, so let's jump straight right in. For ES, I'm looking for price to attack this liquidity, fill up some of the inefficiencies over here, and then reverse back down. Okay, I would much prefer to see August high stay intact. Okay, if we look at the June contract for EX, it would be right about the high of the weekly liquidity void right here. Okay, 4304.75, and when you refer back to ES, that would be about 4301. Okay, so I am looking for that to be reach into and then price reverse. Okay, for ES and the equities, actually we compare the relative, okay, not the relative, but we compare the highs. Nasdaq has already taken out August high, and I would like to see ES or Dow Jones fail to make a higher high. Okay, so for Dow Jones, it's pretty much more bearish. So let's take a look at where is it? YM. So for Dow Jones, August high, it's right here, and the higher high would be right here itself. So let's see if it's gonna fail, because it seems relatively weaker than the other two indices. Okay, right, let's take a look at Nasdaq right here. Okay, I'm looking for a reach up into this inefficiency right here on the weekly chart. Okay, for Nasdaq, I'll be ignoring the June contract, okay, because I do not really trade Nasdaq, right? So there you go, I'm looking for this to be attacked, and then we reverse lower. Okay, lines up nicely with this breaker down here as well. All right, so for the DXY, interesting enough, DXY seems to be really bullish. I would be thinking, I mean, my bias of course would be we reach up into this equal highs up here on the monthly time frame, and we reach up into this monthly inefficiency. So that would be my bias for dollar. Dollar should be bullish. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we have found support of this weekly fair value gap. So I don't think this is gonna fail, but we shall see in the following weeks to come. Okay, so because on the daily time frame we have reached into a down close candle order block, which lines up nicely with the weekly inversion fair value gap, and price closed like this on Friday, so right above the nearest weekly fair value gap as well, inversion. So I'm more likely to think that we're gonna run these stops really rather quickly. Okay, so this is for the dollar, and if dollar is to be bullish, then obviously I would expect euro and GBP to deliver lower prices. Eventually for euro dollar, I'll be looking at the relative equal lows down here. If we use the weekly chart, it's going to be clear. The weekly chart, we have the lows here. This is the original consolidation that led to the high. The high came into a monthly CB and then sells off from there. Really nice price action in terms of hindsight, but right now I'll be looking at this fair value gap right here on the monthly chart. That should be the main objective for euro dollar moving forward. Okay, so that would come right below the lows down here on the weekly chart, right? Okay, and yep, I'll be interested in this level here. For GBP, slightly more bullish than euro, but it has what do I say, let me see, it has this order block right here. Okay, this monthly fair value gap has been tagged in 2, so maybe the mean threshold of the monthly order block. Okay, and that would come into about this area right here. We have the weekly inversion level down here as well. All right, so for GBP, I'm looking at this highs here. I'm not sure if it's gonna attack this highs before reversing lower. All right, so what are those highs? We have a daily swing high up here and inefficiencies above. So I would like to see if price would like to attack this high or leave it for later. Okay, it can leave it for later, so it may want to reach down into this level here. The mean threshold, we have a fair value gap of on the daily time frame. That would be what I'm interested in moving forward. Okay, and I think that's it for forex and equities, right? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Right, I think just before I close, let's do a summary for forex. I'm bullish on DXY, bearish on foreigns, and for equities, I'm overall bearish on equities on the macro level, but I would expect a little bit more upside before the reversal. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck trading.